Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. As you guys know, we've been talking about Dogecoin lately, but now let's turn our attention to Bitcoin, the cryptocurrency which has had huge attention from one of the big tech leaders, Elon Musk. On the 8th of February, Bitcoin was above $47,000. That happened after Elon Musk electric vehicle company Tesla announced that they had invested $1.5 billion US into cryptocurrency. Tesla also revealed that they plan to accept Bitcoin as a form of payment in the near future, which is a major vote of confidence to not only Bitcoin, but the entire crypto market. For many years now, the crypto community have been eagerly speculating and waiting for the day when a tech genius and billionaire like Elon Musk would publicly talk about or promote cryptocurrencies. Many people from the Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Chainlink communities were constantly tweeting him, asking him if he believed in any of them. Well, in the last week of January, that happened. Elon Musk made a cool change to his Twitter bio. He added the little tiny logo of Bitcoin. While it might seem insignificant to some, for those who understand it, this has a huge effect on the financial markets moving forward. He then followed it up with the tweet, "In retrospect, it was inevitable." That instantly spiked the price of Bitcoin, and over the next few hours, the price rose nearly 12%. The Bitcoin logo has since been removed from his Twitter bio. Going back to November of last year, Tyler and Cameron Winklevoss told CNBC that Bitcoin will skyrocket to $500,000 within the next decade as it surpasses gold as a store of value. They see the potential of it surging even higher than $500,000. Now, with that being said, today we're going to see whether Bitcoin can actually hit $500,000. If you guys have seen our previous videos, we've talked about the possibility of Dogecoin soaring up to at least $1 per coin. We've focused on calculating the market cap to see how possible it is. And we also talked about the need of mass adoption from people around the globe in order to make that happen. Unlike Dogecoin, that is more favored in the community of everyday people who consider it a fun coin, Bitcoin has gained quite some trust from some of the big companies in the world. So let's focus on these people who have started talking about Bitcoin and the big companies who are adopting it. It was revealed that in 2020, the founder of the tech company MicroStrategy, Michael Saylor, had put all of his life's work and his company's savings into Bitcoin. He invested approximately $500 million US over a short span of time using trading bots. He did it by making many small purchases so that the market wouldn't realize a big amount of Bitcoin was being bought, at least until they had finished buying the incredible amount. Otherwise, it would have become public and spiked the price. He later commented and said that it is the best investment going around and the future of money. In fact, they did an offering so that it could buy more Bitcoin. Since that purchase, they have gone about taking out company loans to buy more Bitcoin. That has turned out to be a good decision. Since his initial purchase in mid-2020, the price of Bitcoin has doubled, making MicroStrategy as much money in 6 months as what they had done in the previous 20 years of business. Jack Dorsey, the CEO of Twitter and payment company Square, also announced in 2020 that he had convinced the board of Square to place 1% of the company's cash holdings into Bitcoin, which worked out to be about $50 million US. An incredible amount of money and another sign of a major company trusting in Bitcoin for its cash reserves. Also, just a small mention, we're seeing more mature companies like PayPal enabling the buying and selling of Bitcoin on its platform, as Cash App does. However, many big investment companies and Wall Street funds are still scared or shy to invest in something like Bitcoin, as it's not something that everyone completely understands. This has provided the opportunity for an investment trust, Grayscale, to provide a service to many companies that want to invest in Bitcoin but don't want to take the risk themselves. Grayscale essentially buys Bitcoin and holds onto it, and then other companies can come in and invest in the trust. For a very long time now, Grayscale has been purchasing huge amounts of Bitcoin every single week. According to the website Cointelegraph, Grayscale now holds over $20 billion US of Bitcoin and is buying 3 times more Bitcoin every single week than all the Bitcoin mined. This is incredible. It's simple investing that shows when demand grows bigger than supply, The only way to convince other people to sell is for the price to go up, and indeed, it has been going up. As more and more people learn about Bitcoin and want to buy some, and having Grayscale buying 3 times the amount of new Bitcoin coming into the market, then the only place to get Bitcoin is from those that already hold it. Cathie Wood from ARK Invest, an investment company from New York, recently said in an interview that if all S&P 500 companies from the American stock market invested 1% of their cash into Bitcoin, then the price of Bitcoin would instantly go up $40,000. This is an incredible jump, seeing that it was already over $30,000 at the time she said this, and now over $40,000 just after Tesla bought a massive amount of it. She then went on to say that if these same 500 companies put 10% of their cash savings into Bitcoin, then the price would go up $400,000, taking the price of one Bitcoin to $440,000 at the time of this video. This is incredible. That if only 500 companies invested in Bitcoin the same way that Michael Saylor from MicroStrategy, Jack Dorsey from Twitter and Square, and even Elon Musk from Tesla did, then we would be talking about a nearly $500,000 Bitcoin price. Only 500 companies could pump the Bitcoin price up this much. Cathie Wood laid out the thesis in the Big Ideas 2021 webinar. So in that webcast, ARK Invest and ETF Trends discussed tech breakthroughs that investors shouldn't miss in 2021. Specifically, it was geared towards helping financial advisors understand ways to enhance a diversified portfolio. She made the case articulate as to why one Bitcoin will equal $500,000 per coin in the future. If these companies wake up to the possibilities of Bitcoin and start investing as expected, then we'd get big support from the everyday person. Millions of people all over the world will start to invest, knowing the growing demand for the cryptocurrency itself. Looking at those numbers, you can understand why most people think that a $100,000 Bitcoin is the minimum that we can see very soon. Going back to the Winklevoss brothers, they added an explanation as to why Bitcoin has such a high potential for the future. They said that Bitcoin is an emergent store of value and doesn't need to be a ubiquitous medium of exchange to continue to grow. Tyler Winklevoss explained that no one uses gold to buy coffee, and yet the precious metal has a market cap of $9 trillion because investors use it as a store of value. Bitcoin will grow to be a better store of value, particularly because it's more durable and easier to transport than gold, they said. If Bitcoin can also be used as a currency, which isn't off the table, it could surge even higher than $500,000. Back in August, he wrote a blog post titled "The Case for $500,000 Bitcoin," where he explained that Bitcoin is ultimately the only long-term protection against inflation because there are fundamental problems with gold, oil, and the US dollar as stores of value. We've been very surprised at how quickly this has happened in the US alone. Bitcoin can definitely hit $500,000 considering its big usability as a digital currency and their solution in providing a store of value better than any other asset. We can't predict how soon or how long it would take, but we know for sure that big institutions are going to have a significant impact on Bitcoin's price. So tell us what you think in the comments down below. How soon do you think Bitcoin can hit its $500,000 price per coin? If you're looking to learn more about business topics like this, stay tuned for our later videos. We will go into depth on various other topics that we're sure will interest you. Also, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell. We'll see you next time.